Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. I have been challenged to tackle the top spot of Oulton Park on board the MV Agusta F4 1000 Ago from 2006. So the guys in the Discord server, the Aces, Sergio and Mad Max, mentioning to try and get this MV Agusta onto the top spot, so the lap time to beat is a 1:31.703 right here in Oulton Park. So on board the MV Agusta, and I gotta say, it took me a little bit of a while to get back into the fray, into the thick of things on Ride 4. I'm used to playing so much MotoGP 21 now that coming across back to Ride 4 to do searingly fast-paced lap times is rather challenging, and I like the sort of learning the feeling back because they are different in their own ways. It's majority of the time I tend to struggle on the brakes compared to the likes of MotoGP. Now on MotoGP, of course, the brakes are really strong. On Ride 4 they are probably strong as well, but you aren't punished as much compared to the likes of in MotoGP. If you brake too hard in MotoGP, your bike will endo and you'll probably have a very bad time. But with these bikes in Ride 4, you can pretty much chuck on the anchors and the bike kind of stays where you want to put it. Especially like so now going into hizzies for the right-hander for turn 7. The right-hand side will go nice and tight apex there. Actually, we navigated pretty well throughout that corner. Very well accurately executed, let's say. We're now to the left-hand side, going underneath the bridge. We'll have for the clay hill for turn 9. Left-hand side now for turn 10 for the water tower. And bring on the power, bring on the brakes for druids, and then bring it in just slightly. Now also as well, because I play on PC, I was using a different controller, so I just invalidated the lap there. And for some reason the controller felt different. It just felt weird. There was not much input. They just felt odd. And because this MV Agusta, it's actually not upgraded, it's actually just a little bit upgraded here and there. The engine has an upgrade, and I believe that is it. There's no upgrades towards the brakes, towards anything else. It is literally just an engine upgrade and slick tyres. So of course the tyres are the most important thing. You have to have slick tyres, but it's a little bit of an engine upgrade to keep us in between the 700 to 799 cc's is very important to get ourselves into this particular category. Otherwise the world record wouldn't, well, you wouldn't stand a chance, let's be honest, because you'd be going up against bikes that would just be way quicker. But because the brakes were different, I am finding on this one it was a case of the brakes felt very spongy. I had to really rank on the brakes to try and stop this motorcycle. I had a tough time to get into the thick of things at first, as I mentioned, but already on this lap, pretty good so far. This will be the benchmark lap to understand my pace, to even understand if this is even possible. Maybe this is not possible to get the 1:31.7. I do hope it is, and that's certainly the goal of today's Grand Prix video, and if it doesn't happen, then you better believe we'll be trying and trying again until we succeed. So back up the hill once more, we're going to be chucking it into the left-hander for the clay hill, and then to the left-hand once again, just briefly for the water tower as you bring on the brakes, just chucking that right city boot out, just try and balance the bike into druids. And now we're going really hard, now going underneath the bridge, and we'll get hard on the brakes just after that sign there, the little right-hand sign there. We go really hard on the brakes for Lodge Corner, a little bit too wide. The tyres are looking really warm now. Get onto the left-hand side, don't fully accelerate as you might snap the tyres a bit there like that, and across the line it's a 1:31.907. So I do believe that puts us in second position in just lap 2. That's not too bad actually, excuse the pun on the 2 there. So maybe we have a good chance of getting this done, and who knows, we're going to keep on pushing. But I gotta be honest with you, no lying on this channel, I'm completely transparent. I had a tough time trying to replicate the 1:31.907. I just couldn't seem to find the rhythm. I was making silly mistakes, and the brakes on this bike are just so spongy because the brakes are not upgraded. It's just so spongy, honestly. I can't even put it into words how spongy these brakes were. I was giving absolutely everything. Rear brake, front brake, braking earlier than usual, just everything to try and get this bike to go as fast as possible around this circuit. But going into Britain's pretty well done there as we get on the left-hand side. Be careful on the acceleration here. Don't know if you want to pay attention to the bottom right corner of your screen there. Just going over that little bit of a lip there, and the same thing can be said before Lodge Corner as well. You can see I just let go of the acceleration ever so slightly, not completely to shut the throttle off, but just reduce the power. You'll see it here going over the hill. You see the power is full, just a little drop. That's all you need, just a little bit of a let go of the acceleration and fire it back on again. It makes a huge difference, because if you continue to accelerate, the bike is going to continue to wheelie. Now if you just let go ever so slightly, it will drop the bike just enough to get you into the corner. But going into Lodge Corner, that is a good entry, actually. Oh, a little bit eager on the acceleration. We chuck it on the left-hand side, a little bit of a wheelie. I'm battling with the bike, and across the line we'll go. It's a 1:31.517. So there it is. That's the target. We've done it in just our third completed lap. How about that one, ladies and gentlemen? That was a tough lap. No, don't get me wrong. This video is probably not going to explain how difficult this actually was, because I was thrashing this bike. Absolutely thrashing it. I was not really holding back in any corner, giving it 120%, 150%, whatever you want to call it. We were giving it 100, the whole shebang to this one. It was very, very tough to beat, but we've done it. So now it's a simple case of just continuing to push as much as we can to try and make this lead even higher. Because of course we have the top spot now. Can we make it even further? Maybe a low 131 or potentially a high 130. I don't think that's possible, but we'll give it 120% as mentioned. We're coming across the rise now, not too bad, ahead of the Ghost, and we go hard on the anchors for his lops onto the right hand side, down by 0.006 of a second. Flick it to the left hand side, be careful on that rumble strip there, and be very careful of this right rumble strip here. For some reason, if you touch that rumble strip, it invalidates your lap. I had about 4 laps in a row invalidated due to that corner, and I had some really fast paced lap times that were invalidated just because I touched the rumble strip. Very, very frustrating. I have no idea why that is the case, as we've just lost 0.2 of a second down to the Ghost, as we'll go hard on the anchors now for the Lodge Corner. Hopefully we can improve upon like we did last time. Not quite, very tight to the apex, and we've invalidated another lap. So unfortunately the next lap will be invalidated, so it's back to the pits, refresh the tyres and get straight back to it. And speaking of which, here we are, going up against the Ghost once more as we get very out of shape, going into the Old Hole Corner for the right-hander for turn 1. We'll be going into the right-hand side now for turn 2. Get the bike straight and bring on the brakes, just gently. You'll see in the bottom right corner of your screen there how gentle the brakes were applied there. There's none of this abrupt braking going into those corners. You have to be smooth and you have to be calm on the brakes. The same can be said here for the left-hander. You see the bottom right corner of your screen, never full, unless it's a hard braking zone like the Shell Oils corner. Unless it's going to be a full-on firm braking zone, it's never a full brake from me. It's usually around 30 to 90% of brake. It's never a full one, as we go hard on the anchors here for the left-hander. Now flick it to the right hand for Britain's. A nice move there as we go on the left-hand side across the rumble strip, trying not to touch the green part of the track there. It doesn't invalidate your lap, but you never know sometimes. Going into Hizzies for the right-hander for turn 7. Nice and tight to the apex. Tight once again. A little bit too tight as we made a big mistake there, but we'll go right on the right-hand side for the Knickerbrook. And now bring on the power. Here we go across the rise. Left-hand side we will go across Clay Hill. We'll have low water tower next. A little bit of a wheelie there as we go hard on the brakes, snapping the bike. One thing I did find as well, which was a real pain in this one, unfortunately I don't think we are going to improve on this one, is that traction control 1 was too much and traction control 0 felt too little. So unfortunately, you either accelerate too abruptly or you don't accelerate enough, and that is going to be curtains from me. I don't think I'm going to improve it here today, so I guess it is now down to you guys instead. So on screen you are going to see my lap times of Oulton Park in the international circuit, and as you can see, pretty consistent throughout. We differed around 0.4 of a second at most. Very close, giving it everything I've got. But of course the most important thing is we have taken top spot on the leaderboard by 0.2 of a second. It's now down to you guys to either replicate my performance here today or go on better and thrash me. So guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Big shout out to the Aces for recommending another reverse DrAce challenge. But as long as you guys enjoyed the video, I'll keep on making them. So if you did enjoy, like, comment and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload. Thanks for watching guys, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.